Here we go.
Originally from Colorado, where she held jobs as a paralegal and probation officer, Meg Griffitts is a third-year MFA student at Texas State. She likes to write about erotic encounters, her dream life, and pervs who own motels. She has been published or has works forthcoming in Hypertrophic, Evening Will Come, Blaze Vox, and the Colorado Independent. When she isn't concerned about line breaks, grounding the reader, or white space, she likes to cook and read recipes she'll never actually make. Her favorite food is breakfast tacos. Her favorite shade of red is I'm not really a waitress. Her idea of meditation involves beer, coloring, and cats, and her favorite ice cream flavor is peppermint. Meg.
Thank you guys. Thank you Malvern Books. Thank you Chandra and Art for having me. And awesome Danielle. So let's do this. Okay, the first one is called How to Return Home. 1. Bring your best language and gun. 2. Find the roof made of heron wings, slate-laced and stiff, and pry them open to find the borders of dark, a stem. 3. Remove the iterations of our names, laid in charcoal instead of chalk by summoning rain. Petrichor is the scent of minerals in rain, but the name for this eradication is harder to name. 4. Repent and pray that blue can be fractured through the acknowledgement of shore. 5. This porch is a pier. Baptize yourself in orange. The sun dipping low will change your skin's pigment. How a man is crafted. 6. Climb blackberry vines that thread homes like your dreams of black, threading down doorless hallways. With each foot, a familiar phantom will splinter from memory. 7. Let the moon remind you of the impenetrability of language to speak to blackness. Behind you, hydrangeas bloom. 8. A new season. You are inseparable from the sea. All right, and this is a newer poem. It's called Deaf Girl in the Desert Listens to the Blues, or I Am the Girl Who Does Know Better, but... right? You crowned me with desert and your chest gleamed like spun sugar. An ever-shifting bridge to slowly crush the idea of us. Night blooming, I'm trying to pretend. Days haven't lost their meaning. I'll tell you a secret. I wanted it all. But succulent tongue, I didn't lose anything except the mirage. Poppy red flowers, pinpoint places I allowed my love. Explain the push-pinned route you took. These are the terms of touching. This is where your blood won't be missed. This is the weight of being an executioner. Recant, you don't understand how difficult it is. It is clear you are the common cold. It is wise to line every wound you touch with tarp so nothing sticks. It is safe, it is easy to tie up an animal whose blood has been drained. And this is one I've never read aloud, to other people, myself, but yeah. So we'll see how this goes. It's titled, There's Only So Much You Can Chalk Up to Insecurity, or It's a Trap. March really isn't March anymore. You asked me to watch as you collected, open-mouthed, suspended embers and sprayed until I said sorry. June really isn't June anymore. No longer able to smell spring, I find you vanishing, sleeping body in the blue, horizon a milky haze. Can you remember the names we used to call each other? You captured petals from monkshood and painted your lips. It took me weeks to notice, my lips turning blue. October really isn't October anymore. Days and nights, I remember guarding against something we never cared to name. You gave me a bouquet of cactus needles to hold between my legs before I said no. We laid in a grassless field. I prayed to the moon, but she stayed closed-mouthed, a choking hazard. Fingering me like a pearl, he said, you asked for this. I responded, you're supposed to use your teeth. November really isn't November anymore. If you focus, your throat will give up, become a rope, begging to lynch until morning. It was always going to be either him or me. This one is titled Magnets, but it's like my crazy bitch poem, so let's do this. Magnets. Dear man who said he loved me but couldn't make the time to see me. I replaced your refrigerator magnets with shavings of my skin. That family photo, a thick slab for my heel, a thin slice of palm for the bottle opener you bought on that work trip in Chicago. Switch the Joe Does It Better, Brooklyn's #1 mechanic shop. You never had a car and never lived there. For the thermometer in Kentucky, get lucky here, a generous helping for the husk of my elbow. That mini beer stein, a sliver from the flesh surrounding my belly button. I took the plastic calico cat and shucked the bump on my nose you said you could love. Finally, before I left, I deposited the tip of my tongue, the liquid enveloping, stiffening in silence into your ice cube tray. When you call to say you miss me, I'll tell you, this is the last time you overlook the dead. And this is like my jazz guild poem. I've been reading a lot of Audre Lorde, so here we go. Titled, You're the Boy Who Can't Find the Beat. You're a motel pool only 3 feet deep. You're a professional political spinner. You're a scout made of only glitter. You're a turntable needle that can't play past a scratch. You're a train conductor with chronic whiplash. You've always been mistaken for your brother. You're a stereotypical hustler. You're a barroom brawl that starts with, hey, is a seat taken? You're a caffeine high that can't stop shaking. Your specialty is falsified information. You're a closed eye hallucination. You're a gospel choir holding the E and you need Jesus. You're only interested in the performance of pleasing. You don't believe in sacrificing to succeed. You're the master of commerce dealing in girls and knees. You'd like to be known as that poet, the martyr. You're the difference between further and farther. You're an allergy I never knew I had. You're the vibration that sets into the drive shaft. You're a noose made of opal stones. You're a mother leaning over a body she doesn't know. You're a bruise blooming on the nape of my neck. You're someone I've never met. And this one is titled Self-Portrait as a Hurricane. I am in a rose gold spell. White-hipped and bound, my skin a mood ring. If you keep me cool, I am contagious. Cyclone curves you can only hold once. Speechless, saturated in dusky hues. Flowers turn towards me. I make the sun worship me. I'll never tell you when I'm coming to level power lines, level playing fields, or level you. Remember when you weren't so fatalistic? Diving in, downing drugs. How does it feel to be tested? How does it feel to be twisted? How does it feel to be knocked down? My name is the password for reckoning. Honey, once you hallucinated me a hurricane. My gesture is only believable in sand and shore in the dark, but you misunderstood. I am a goddamn season. Now, taste how I can dwell in 3 states at once. This is where we take a turn. It's dark here for a minute, but we'll come out of it. It's titled Sleep Paralysis. I'm not dead, but I am. Testing, 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 handgun speak. Hand back my body if I will fork my tongue to speak to the handgun shadow, to know its delivery isn't violence, isn't interesting if you have to ask. I want to wake up. I want to hold the handgun up high to my ear, hang on to every fucking syllable. I'm going to teach you how to cry. Quiet, no one will ever know that I am on the brink of knowing demons and guardian angels don't answer to God. In the dark, black bees at the back of throat. Bone conclusion is all I can barter with. Corner shadow of my father wearing my mother's head. Crawl in. If you make them stay put, you can bury me, gun. I can't hear any more of. You can't seem to get your head on straight. You've lost tracks of your hand when you pray. Your fingers are a funeral. I just want it to stop. Teasing, I'm teaching you how to die the same death. Kissing at first, like the edge of a handkerchief, or communion moon. Time bursts a split self. A countdown to consciousness begins. Steel counselor, if I cradle you like a lover, will you stop asking, what exactly do you think you got away from? Meaning, this is the beginning. Meaning, I'm not dead. Meaning, I am open season. And I started this project of reinterpreting Shakespeare sonnets It's like no one's ever done that before. Yeah, but through a feminist lens. So this is his most famous sonnet, Compare Thee to a Summer's Day. In Texas, I begin to question that gold complexion. Here, my hair's a burning bush, an airplant enchantment only needing water from you every few weeks. My May voice echoes the ticking of a clock, or perhaps it's only the cicadas. My blue eyes as common as blue bonnets. Desire is drought during this downpour, a flash fade of dominion and eternal summer. I miss the fall. Unpredictable woodland, leaf-strewn bodies, harvested and howling. You left, too hot. Forecast of the summer solstice moon on his humid, haunting clavicle that cannot be held. Shall you now compare me to a summer's day? Fuck you. All right, I have three more. This is actually one I wrote today, so it's brand spanking new. But I thought it was really cool. At Texas State, we have a really good visiting writers series, and Tracy K. Smith came and read a poem she'd written that day, and I was like, won't be that good, but like, I'm gonna try. I think it's cool, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Title, I want to rob you of your game face. Ask me again which axis I'd like to be splashed against. Answers atrophying on my tongue, anything as claustrophobic as a headboard or pavement. Let's go for a drive. Let me see, open wide, red and blue lights flashing in your mouth. Gasoline hands, arson breath, seep into my nervous system. Your promises are swimming upstream, or maybe I'm moonwalking. Distract me from the scalpel in the glove box, or the car cantering on a conveyor belt of cunts. Let's get off. Let's crash into a fire hydrant filled with chorus girls. Let's see their faces up close. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. The mosquitoes are rioting, sucking each other off, a mosaic of the windshield suicidal, a winged and sleepless constellation. Take me to the train track, let's lick every boxcar eager like a punch in the gut. I'll give you another kiss if you promise to feel cheap. Let's stop. Let's stop and take pictures underneath overpasses and ditches in between headlights and brick walls in the hallways of hospitals. Sirens and the sound of scraping a body up the sidewalk are on every FM channel. Snakes in my ears, they are sleeping, they are burrowing. I'm having so much fun, trying to relax around your fist. I'm lying in the backseat like a gurney, showing you my belly, you showing me teeth. Look into my eyes, I'm gonna wreck you. All right, this one's called American Echolocation, or Another Black Body in a Bag. 1. I lick the undercurrent into lungs, tongue the tide until it fills skulls with shells, biting small seas into your heart, America. No one believes you when you say sorry. I cough up salt in the shape of an assault rifle. I stop saying names aloud. 2. I made myself a death mask out of the daily smokeskin shed. It felt right that my eyes were sealed, my mouth taut like a wire, haunting a stricken skyline, and hanging captives hollering, slaughter, I want you to wear it. With feet splayed like a wishbone, stolen from every good dream, who is speaking? You did this to yourself. 3. I've colonized all the bodies I've ever loved. Ghosts are easy to court underwater. Knuckles cracking are 1,000 hollow bones breaking, a refrain I listen for when I surface. Someone new waiting to suffer. 4. Deny me. Every day is child's play. I've waterproofed my dreams. All right, and this is my last poem. A poem in which I play a siren and you play someone watching from a safe distance. 1. I didn't keep my mouth shut because I was weak. Sweating through seasons like cotton, I go see a doctor to have someone listen when I say, I haven't been in my body for years. 2. Loving me is like unloading and reloading a gun, a desire to die alone, drinking bourbon out of another mouth. Wanting me is crushing, cockroaches between bare palms, practicing slitting your own throat, forgetting the street you grew up on. Fucking me, losing the words to your favorite song, trusting no one to strip trees of green like I do, wish fulfillment. 3. I funnel my dreams into a black box. Litanies come easily when absolution is off the table. 4. Do you feel safe? If I wanted to hold you, I could hold you hostage. Imagine my body is not mine, it is yours. By snapping my neck, touching myself in your childhood bedroom, soaking in chokingly cold seas, I can forget how hips spit up forgiveness. I built a home in your nightmares. I'm always there, in your bed. It would be so easy to say the only thing we share is swimming in the dark. 5. I've weaponized hope. Call my bluff. Thank you.